Getting Down and Dirty, Community Gardens, by Lisa Trumbauer. Introduction. It's a beautiful, sunny day in the garden. Groups of people are hunkered down, tending to their plots of vegetables and flowers. In one group, a child plucks a carrot from the ground. In another, an elderly man gently pulls a tomato from a vine and places it in a basket. Other groups monitor the growth of juvenile pumpkins growing along the ground on vines, while others measure the height of a cornstalk. In one corner, sunflowers rise above them all, their faces lifted to the sunshine. The cheerful cry of car horns can be heard just beyond the garden walls. Car horns? Yes, car horns. It might sound like this garden is in the country, but it is actually in the middle of a busy, bustling city. The garden was once an ugly, empty lot until the residents of the neighborhood took action. Now, it is a thriving community garden, just one of thousands that have sprung up in cities around the United States. Chapter 1. A Problem Place. When you hear the word city, you probably imagine a place filled with people, traffic, noise, and skyscrapers. Visitors often stand in awe of the buildings that tower over them. They marvel at the dozens of shops and restaurants where people can buy just about anything imaginable. They stroll into museums and enjoy nights at a theater, all the while astounded at how much the city has to offer. Many people also come to a city to work, rushing back and forth along the sidewalks. For many people, a city is a fast-paced place of culture and business. It's a place that is always changing, evolving with the flow of time and people. Some changes are positive ones, like when a new business opens. Some changes, though, occur when nothing new happens at all. This neighborhood is not quite as nice as the touristy neighborhood on the previous page. Many of the buildings are in disrepair, crumbling down around the people who live in them. Some buildings are completely vacant, their walls decorated by the bright, bold colors of graffiti. Cars line the streets, some operable, others abandoned. Although crime can happen anywhere, here crime happens more often. The abandoned buildings and dark alleys are good places for criminals to hide. Positive changes have not happened in this neighborhood for a very long time. Many people have moved away, and the buildings are deserted. Many people who stay don't have much money to fix up the old buildings. The neighborhood has become a sad, lonely place with very little hope. How does a neighborhood become run down and not very welcoming? This condition happens over many years. Most of the cities in the United States are old places, and people began living in them a long time ago. For example, New York City was first settled by Europeans back in the 1600s. That's nearly 400 years ago. As more and more people began living in the United States, cities grew and grew and grew. More buildings were built for homes and businesses. Streets were needed so people could get from place to place. People soon crowded the streets and buildings, so even more buildings were built. Cities on the East Coast, such as New York, Boston, and Philadelphia, became beehives of human activity. As the cities became more and more crowded, people began to move to quieter places. Some people left the city to move into the country. Other people moved into areas right outside the city, forming new neighborhoods. Slowly, the old crowded neighborhoods became less crowded, but they also became run down. Few people were left to care for the buildings. Moving to a new home can cost a lot of money. Many people chose not to move because they couldn't afford it. Others remained because they felt loyal to their old neighborhoods. The residents worked to keep their homes together, but that didn't help the buildings around them, in which people no longer lived. Soon, many old buildings became derelict. As time passed, the empty buildings often collapsed. Eventually, someone from the local government would arrive to take the building's ruins away. Now, where a proud building once stood, lies a large gap between buildings, or an empty lot. Someone might own the land, or the land might be.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?